What's up, folks? Positive Paul, and it is Friday, March 5th, 2021. And we'll see how this video turns out. It certainly won't be my last video, but probably the last of its kind in certain respects. It seems like after the inauguration, I no longer see much of the shapeshifting going on, and there's probably many reasons for that. Top of the list is definitely even though certain individuals certainly have been making great efforts to raise public awareness as it relates to the hybrid situation, so-called aliens amongst us that use holographic technology, things of that nature, artificial intelligence. But again, I don't see a lot of that. And I think one, that people were, we probably were making a little headway, but the resistance is so stiff that, well, like I said, what does it take? How many perps against one satanic ritual abuse survivor? How many phony YouTube frauds against one truther? It's just, we're outnumbered, folks. But again, I don't want to belabor this. This was on the inauguration. You've obviously seen this, but again, I don't see this going on anymore. So they certainly fixed something, and it's just as if business as usual. And people, like I said, they're just kind of back. They're waiting. Okay, great. They're telling us that there's going to be a summer this year. So what I'm going to try to do is go over a couple things that the kids at home may or may not enjoy. And it does relate to the whole aspect of these hybrids. And as it relates to someone that may be possibly targeted, harassed, what we want to look at, though, is what I've always told you people. If you're a targeted individual, you claim to be harassed by the so-called military industrial satanic complex, you feel that, this monster's been unleashed on you. Yet, again, a lot of you seem to not understand why. Well, a lot of us explain to you one of the many reasons is there is a spiritual aspect to this, and of an interdimensional nature. And this has been going on for quite some time. Now, the thing of it is with normal humans, when they tell you that, yes, ye are a stiff-necked people, it's they don't learn from their mistakes. They don't learn from history. So as people still continue to banter back and forth about aliens, about artificial intelligence, take your pick, folks. These sad sack Satanists, these lapdog Luciferians, these dirty dog Draco, hybrid reptoid, Hollywood hacks are so far ahead of all of us. And again, I gotta apologize. As a 54-year-old satanic ritual abuse survivor, MK Ultra, trauma-based mind control, loaded down with implants, my time's limited. Not had all that happen, maybe would have, probably sounded the alarm a little sooner. So what I've been able to establish, though, as respect to my targeting, and I've stated this, if you are a real target of the military industrial satanic complex, you've got hybrids involved in your stalking. They're going to be handlers. They'll be the type of people that can do the slander campaigns, go around to wherever your location may be, any town, any city, USA, and they, obviously, if they were able to make you your own worst enemy, or they just literally have to fabricate some type of event or circumstance that propels the slander campaign to get, some steam going, where, people, hey, they unfortunately, they're not too sharp. They'll believe anything. But little do they know is that while we're going through our daily existence trying to help ourselves, help our families participate in this so-called society that's been carefully crafted for us, we have certain individuals that crept in unaware amongst us, and we call them fallen angels. We call them reptilians, which are demons, fallen angels. Now, they are so far ahead of us, folks. It's like they got to be laughing at all of us at this point, even though they're censoring the heck out of all of us. So look, I'm going on a ramble here. I want to show something that this is from 1995. This is on MTV. And Kurt Loder is interviewing Bob Weir. It's the month after Jerry Garcia died, which he died on August 8th, 1995. So this is in September, and Kurt is up at Bobby's house in Marin, California there, right over across from the Golden Gate Bridge. And he's doing an interview, obviously, about the direction of the so-called band known as the Grateful Dead, and, you know, how everybody's taking the loss of Jerry. Now, what's interesting is, as I've stated, with the hybrid breeding program, you have age groups. Now, depending on what they were trying to accomplish, certain individuals would have been used in the entertainment business, whether it be film, music, all the things that go along with that. So Bobby's obviously a musician, but here's the rub. This is the very minute when Kurt Loder asked Bob Weir, hey, how's everybody taking it? Did you guys all get together when you first heard the news? And Bobby's, the fallen angel's not too sharp that inhabits Bobby. And he got stumped and had to turn his head and started to have some issues. Now, when you see that, you understand that if everything else in the picture looks just fine, but yet the individual seems to be getting electromagnetic distortion, the eyeball might get a slit, you can surely be rest assured that a fallen angel inhabits that body. Now, Bobby recovers his composure, but look at his face on the skin, these lines. Now, this is from 1995. Think about this, folks. All of a sudden, the fallen angel is trying to come up with a response. And what happens is, all of a sudden, he gets it and he says, this is exactly, I'm paraphrasing, yes, we got together, had a couple drinks, and then went over to view the stiff. Remember, this is someone that's talking about a person who literally he had spent the last 30 years with, nonstop. So here again, Bobby's sitting in his backyard with Kurt Loder from MTV, and this guy always has issues, and they all do, folks. Now, like I said, I don't see the shape-shifting anymore. I guess you could really try to put some real effort into it. But yeah, I don't see it, so I quit doing it because it's just a waste of time at this point. We got these creatures among us, and they, their day's almost over. So Bobby continues the interview, but look at him. He gets all, finally, it's like, he says, well, I never expected him to outlive me, all right? Why is that? Why is everything in the picture perfect? Yet on the skin on his face, what are the things I talk about? The eyes, the nose, the mouth, the hands. And then finally, what do they all do? He was getting out of hand, so he had to touch himself, and they switched to Kurt Loder. All right, folks. So there's one situation I just tried to serve up the best I could. Remember, there's no questioning this, folks. They can't do it. That was from my iPhone 6. You can see, let me see if I can, you can see the little bulbous head. All right, folks. So what I want to do now is I want to go back to little baby Jabba the Hutt. I must make Alex nervous. And, you know, again, I didn't take it personal when he called my family a bunch of serfs that came from Bavaria. That's okay. At least I'm not a Draco reptilian with a limited amount of time as it relates to this particular reality, this particular dimension that's ready to collapse on itself because these creepy chameleon Canaanites did something they can't turn back from, and it involves the abuse of these boys known as Montauk boys who seem to be in short supply right now, folks. So here's Alex. He's complaining about the day the lights went out in Texas, and he's in his studio, all right? And he's, of course, got his generators going. InfoWars must continue to purport their disinfo. And the rest of us, obviously, are stuck in the mud, at least concerning those good Texans that day. So, Alex, I'm going to show you these Draco demons. When we talk about Draco reptilians, they're demons. People that want to claim they've been abducted by aliens and they've seen reptilians, I'm having a problem with this because you're talking to a satanic ritual abuse survivor whose parents handed me over to the Satanist, but it may not have been, you know, all they're doing. They got coaxed into it, I'm sure. But these Dracos are these are the frontline. This is the frontline, I guess, spirit that guides these freaks of nature. It comes from Cain, that works its way through Canaan and through these hybrid groups we know about that we find in the Bible. But yes, the Canaanites, the Draco, there's something about this that us as humans can't understand, but the ancient Israelites did. There's something that they saw or was able to experience back then that there's a separation that they call it the veil. If that's what you want to explain it away as, the veil is too thick for us to understand, but not really. We see it starting. Like I said, things are collapsing up in on themselves. Let me ask you something, folks. If all you people that know anything about time travel and the whole Montauk myth, what did Al Bielek always say? Oh, well, because me and Duncan and Preston and all that, because we went back in time, the reason why they don't just take us out and we can run our yaps is because we have to tamp down the timeline or something to that nature where they need them around or else things will go haywire in their little parallel universe. Well, if that's the case and they say, oh, there's this 20 and back, folks, they would get pretty sticky then if all these slippery, slimy super soldiers are time traveling this 20 and back. Nothing adds up, folks. Get through your thick heads, all right? You're dealing with a bunch of creeps that are demonically possessed. Now, this is a typical Draco hanging out in a tree next to my hovel. And here's the actual picture right there from, I don't know, years back. But let's look at this, okay? Let's look at the Draco reptilian demon. Now, the warrior class, the ones that really give these good God-fearing Christians problems, you'll see a hood. It has a hood. You've got these crazy eyeballs, the snout, but the hood definitely, it's a, I don't know the exact reptile, an iguana, but if you highlight this and you can see the hood around the demon. But what I'm going to show you is, right now, see, this is what is inside Alex. Now, watch this, folks. Watch this.
Of our own problems here in Texas. I've harped on this power issue, and people are like, why do you care about power? No one thinks about power lines and plugs. That's what I do, is I study the
Hold on, folks. You know it's a low-budget Positive Paul production, but now the point is, this video doesn't need to be perfect. It's the day the lights went out in Texas a couple weeks back or a week back. Prayers for everybody down there. Hopefully things are getting better. But Alex is harping how he has to use his generators, but watch this, all right? See if I can pull this off, folks, and you're gonna appreciate this. Watch this.
Harped on this power issue.
Okay, watch. Look at his eye. I don't know if you see that. Okay, let's continue. Hang on, this will be worth it. Right there. Look at that, folks. This is the little baby Jabba the Hutt that called my family a bunch of serfs that came from Bavaria in 1868 and settled out in Long Island. Look at this. This meatball possessed by a Draco demon. Now, folks, when you see me looking like that, you let me know. Well, let's continue. It gets better.
Power lines and plugs. That's what I do, is I study the globalists. They're obsessed with taking your power away. If you're...
Has to look over, folks. See, that's not a normal glance. When you see someone look over like that, it's something that they need to follow. But look at his eyes. Watch what happens. Come on, folks. Alex, you know, and what did I tell you? Like, they have these signature events that propel them into the public stage. His was, watch, look at this. This is just fucking bizarre. This is bizarre. But his signature event was, if anybody remembers, back in the mid-90s, he was yelling at Governor George Bush in Texas at some town hall meeting, and he got carted off, handcuffed away, thrown in jail. And he milked that one thing that, okay, yeah, this is, you know, I've been doing this. I'm a do-gooder, been doing this forever. But watch this. Watch it. Okay, watch this right here. Watch the Draco. Watch the Draco and Alex come out. Look at that right there, folks. You see that? Oh, this is not easy. Okay, now, but you can see the hood right here. You can see the hood. Look. Okay, right there, folks. Look at Alex's face right there. Okay, now look at the Draco demon in the tree that by my hovel right there. Look, come on, folks. Look at right there. I got that thing dialed in for you. Okay, so we know Alex, little baby Jabba the Hutt, is nothing but a Draco reptoid. Now, I want to get to the grand poobah here, Rush. Now, you know, this is the reason why I haven't done a video in a while, because I want to, you know, try to go easy on these people, folks. Now, Rush, what did I tell you over 2 weeks ago concerning the development of the disinfo campaign that involves every aspect of satanic ritual abuse? Remember what I said about Art Bell and Limbaugh, okay? Now, crazy. Jim Morrison, well, that's a stretch, but who knows? So here's what we do, folks. All right? Rush got his Medal of Freedom. He was given honor by President Trump. All right? The individual overall, when you look at his career, you know, he had... anybody would dream to have his life. A radio host, all right? He's all set up in Florida, behind the golden mic, the EIB. Well, hey, Rush, I don't know how deeply entrenched you were into this little satanic system, but what I want to show you, folks, is just beware. Beware. Now, beware. Now, Beware. All right, hold on. See, now I'm getting out of hand, folks. All right, so
Obsessed reptoids.
no, they don't like my flyover videos. Watch this.
February 20th, 2021, around maybe 1 p.m. Back and forth, back and forth. Who
Watch
does
this. This is going to be another anomaly. The red underbelly American Nazi perplane.
reptoid.
Watch this.
Oh, big investigation, yeah. Here we
Okay.
are, folks.
Look at this, folks. What was right above me? This is crazy. Look at that. That's not the perplane, folks. I didn't see that. The perplane is over here somewhere by my thumb, but it's distorted. So what was that? All right. All right. Let's slow down, everybody. I want to do one more. This is for Uncle Carl and the boys.